All right, exciting week, obviously, getting a chance to go to New England, Foxborough to kick this thing off this week. Obviously focus on the task at hand, is this game, and getting better today was the message to the guys.
Any more clarity on Josh Downs?
I think it's going to be tough for him this week. Not ruling him out, but it could be tough for him this week. What's that? Yeah, he'll be limited today. We're doing a walkthrough today, but he'll be doing some stuff.
Burning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bortolini, do you imagine he's going to be progressing through that soon?
We'll see. He's in the protocol, so we'll see how that goes.
Did Alec Pierce, did he come through well after the game? It seemed like he picked up something.
Yeah, he should be all right.
Shane, pressure numbers have risen a little bit here in recent weeks. Do you look at like the pressure against Anthony a little bit more pre-snap identification, a little bit more protection?
I think it depends on who you're playing. Some teams are more pressure teams than others. I know obviously New England scheme, what they do, very similar to what they've been running, with Mayo there and their D coordinator. So they do like to bring 5 a good amount. But again, I think it depends on the team you're playing, and what they see.
You never go into excuses, but there's reasons. Like with the run game, when you have 3 young kids playing, and maybe Penner, isn't that going to impact efficiency? Or
like I said, I got faith and trust in everyone we put out there, Chap. And, it's our job as coaches to put those guys in position to succeed. And that's what we looked at heavy this week, looking at, ways to get that run game going with JT, which was a huge point of emphasis this week for us. So we're looking forward to the challenge, though, this week.
On that, how does it stress the offense when you're only, JT's getting 2 yards, 3 yards? How does that stress what you can do?
Yeah, I think obviously when you're not, when you're getting 2 or 3 yards, obviously it changes a little things, obviously throughout the game and how you're calling it. But again, we want to be efficient running the football, and we got to get those, 3, 4, or 5 yards a pop, and then hopefully hit the big ones this week.
In the numbers that you crunch, Shane, year to year, are your pre-snap penalties up this year, specifically with the offensive line? And if so, do you see anything going on there?
We were really good, I think, up until about 2 weeks ago. Well, we were really good. I think we were the fewest amount of penalties in the league about 3 weeks ago, and obviously the last 2 weeks it's picked up. Obviously we had some false starts, we had some holdings, and technique and fundamentals are going to be big, going forward for us.
You notice that Braden has been called for just lining up in the wrong spot like 5 times this year. And what is that?
It's a point of emphasis that they're making around the league, obviously with tackles. Obviously you saw it in the first game. I think it was Baltimore, Kansas City. They called it the first couple plays. So it's a point of emphasis for sure.
What do you see out of Drake May? It seems like he's making quite a few plays outside.
Yeah, he's making good progress for sure. I think he does a really good job of keeping his eyes down the field. I think he's 3rd in the league right now in scrambles for yards, and so he's doing a good job finding a lane if he does have one to take off. But he also, if he doesn't have the lane, he does a good job of creating, with his legs and finding the open receiver. So we got to do a good job of keeping him in the pocket. Whether we're rushing with 4 or 5, affecting the quarterback's going to be big for us.
How do you think Anthony performed as a runner this past Sunday, and how is he, evolving with that?
Yeah, I thought he ran really hard and strong. He had some big-time runs, obviously, early in the game, and then he had another one on the sideline where he broke a few tackles. But he's running strong. He's running angry, too.
Shane, a lot on the line starting this Sunday and the rest of the season here. What's the main focus for you guys as you head into the Patriots and the rest of the week?
Yeah, I hit the guys today in the team meeting about laser focus and trying to, really defining what laser focus is. And it's being, 100% committed to the task at hand, right? And the task at hand is getting better today. That's what we're worried about today is the meetings and the walkthrough and then doing it again the next day and the next day so we can go have success on Sundays.
I know you guys are making you want to make a push to the playoffs, but it's been a struggle for the offense lately. Just one game over 20 points in the past 7. So what gives you faith that this group can get it together to become a playoff level offense?
Yeah, I think it's the guys in the locker room. You've heard me say this before. I got a lot of faith in those guys, and all it takes, you get one game rolling, you get on a little rhythm, you get on a little roll, and we're looking forward to that this week. So hopefully we get on our roll, get on our rhythm, and we go from there.
So you can't do it all the time, but is there something to with Anthony like taking the contact to the defender instead of having the defender take the contact to him, if that makes sense?
Yeah, like I said, I've said this before. I think it depends. There's a time and a place for that. You know what I mean? When to get down, when to got to have it situations. So yeah, when you're in the open field and stuff, and you got the first down, be smart and get down. But sometimes there's a time and a place where we need to get a first down, and he can lower his shoulder on those. But again, you got to take care of yourself. It's always that fine line,
And do you believe it's a thing for a running back to be a better like runner out of a shotgun set versus the quarterbacks under center?
I think it depends schematically what you're doing. You know what I mean? I think if you're a shotgun team, you got to make the shotgun runs go too. But you can get into different formations, whether you're under center or pistol. Pistol's like being under center as well too. So you look at all those things schematically to get that thing going.
How's Ashton doing?
He's doing all right. He's doing all right, buddy.
Practice today?
No.
Do you expect a change at right guard this week?
We'll see. We're looking at some things, some stuff. So we'll see how that goes.
How would you assess the way Dalton Tucker's played this year?
He's played tough. I mean, obviously a rookie that's been in there. He's battled. He's tough. He's gritty. I'm sure he wants some plays back, but he's been battling.
Do you have a favorite Thanksgiving dish?
That's a good question. I'd probably go with stuffing, just the stovetop box. Not bad, simple, easy, tastes pretty good. Honey baked ham ain't bad either. I think my wife's gonna go pick one of those up today. Turkey's good.
Microwave all that stuff, or are you gonna?
No, and wife and in-laws, they get it wired up. Get it wired up. Have some of the players over. It'll be fun.
Good endorsement for Stovetop.
Success on the road last time out against the Jets. Another, if you think about it, just kind of can be a hostile environment there in Albany, New England. How critical is it for you guys to get things going right?
Yeah, it'll be big. Obviously, going on the road in that environment. Obviously, I know there's a lot of rich tradition with the Colts, obviously, in New England, so it'll be fun to go there. We got to make sure our communication's at a premium, especially on the road with snap cadence and all those things and formations, and make sure we're on the same page so we're not beating ourselves.
Shane, is it one more?
Yeah.
Is it weird, or just what is it like for you to get into this rivalry that's been weird, and you had nothing to do with any of it, but now you're here?
Yeah, no, you hear about it. Matter of fact, I don't know if it was last night or a couple nights ago, I was watching just mic'd up Brady and Manning stuff, the rivalry going back and forth and the tradition of, what it's been here, and obviously getting a chance to play them in, Germany last year, going into that game. It's fun. So it's a rich tradition, great rivalry in football. So it'll be exciting on Sunday.